Y'all play AAU together?
Yeah, so it was a guy, in Philly, because a weird thing happened. I tried out for a team, and it was called a Keystone game, and the coach already had, his teams, made up already, like a lot of times these coaches have, right, before guys even try out. So a lot of the guys that worked out on my team that played with me in high school all got cut, and he was trying to cut me. So they ended up firing the coach, right? A new coach came in, a guy named Sam Ryans, right? So Sam Ryans came in and was like, hey, man, bro, I don't know where you from. I don't know where you been. Because like I said, I never got out of my little town. He was like, bro, but I'm going to pair you up and I'm going to go get this kid down the road named Kobe Bryant. And I was like, oh, man, I just played against that dude. Like, all right, you know what? Like he can rock out. Like, cool. So he got me and Kobe in the gym together, right? And that was the first time I started to see someone that had, the mindset, of a killer. I mean, I've been around a lot of great players, right? But I ain't never been around somebody like him that just had kill on his mind all day and all night. Like, it was basketball 24/7. Like I remember one time we were playing in a tournament, and I was like, hey, Kobe, last night, me and my cousin Spud, there's a little bar around the corner that they thought we were 21 years old. Like, they let us in, right? I'm like, yo, let's go there after the game. And he looked at me. He was like, nah, Rip, I got to get back to my room and ice my knees and watch tape. I'm like, what? At 16 years old, when we don't even stretch. Like, at 16, 17, Jack, you got to think about it. You going to straight AAU games and you ain't even stretching. You just like, all right, where Rock at? Like, we just hooping. And he talking about icing his knees down and watching film. I said, bro, this dude is, I looked at my cousin. I said, yo, bro, this dude is different. You know what I mean? From day one at like 16, 17 years old. But that just told you his mindset of the game at a young age. That's why, a lot of people start to, talk to Kobe and be around Kobe once he was Kobe Bryant, right? Like, a lot of and a lot of times guys say, oh, you know what? The big thing I always say, guys used to always say, hey, how many you go to an NBA player, you say, how many shots you shoot up a day? And guys be like, oh, I don't leave the gym until I make 1,000. And I'd be like, man, that's fool's gold. Not everybody do that.
Not everybody do that.
Like Kobe, when Kobe said he was doing something, bro, he was actually out there doing it.
Yo, shout out to Rip Hamilton for that clip. If you know anything about Rip Hamilton, to me, I'm gonna call him the mid-range Steph Curry, and only as far as like this dude was a genius playing off the ball, going around screens. You had to chase him down. It was like, man, he was a killer, like, but in a different kind of way. He wasn't like super one-on-one with it like Kobe or anything like that, but he knew how to score efficiently, get in his pockets, score where he's effective, and he was a master at that. He mastered how to play out the ball. He was kind of like a Reggie Miller-esque type of player, but running on ball screens, getting open. He would, man, mid-range was crazy. He wasn't big on the threes like that, but go look him up. But anyway, he speaks on the early days of Kobe Bryant. We've heard the stories before. We heard him about how he's a killer, about how he has this, mentality of just always going after the goal that he's, going after. And to hear it from the perspective of somebody who actually saw it firsthand, it's a whole different story. It's like they were comparing themselves to him, and realizing like, hey, I'm good, I'm ranked, I'm just like him, but it's something different about him. While we're worried about, hanging out, kicking it, he's icing his knees and watching film. Kobe was obsessed with becoming great, okay? Which lends to the fact that he was destined to be where he, ended up becoming, because his drive matched, his ambition. So a lot of times, man, we got all this ambition in life and things that we want to do, but we don't really back it up with the type of action, like that it takes in order to get those type of results. You can't say you want $1 billion company, but you're not doing anything towards making that output. You're not doing anything to reach 1 billion people. You're not thinking far enough ahead to reach 1 billion people. So the chances of you becoming a billionaire is slim. And the minute we can wrap our heads around, like, really what it takes to get these lofty goals that are possible. A lot of goals are possible, but it takes a lot of work to actually achieve them. So keep that in mind, my guys. And look, man, just study the mentality of Kobe. And chances are you may never ever get to the level. And I'm speaking for myself as well. I'm striving to get that kind of mentality and get that kind of work ethic, man. And it's something I wish I had innately, I've worked hard in periods and stretches of my life and times, but I've never been just super relentless about anything, okay? And I feel like, whenever certain successes happen for me, I know the exact reason why. And when certain successes don't happen, I know the exact reason why. And it's never any outside forces. And sometimes you may blame things like your situation, your living arrangement, your money, whatever the case may be. But truthfully, it's the person in the mirror. And once you realize how to fix the person in the mirror, then that's when everything will change for you. So like and subscribe, comment. More videos will be coming. Peace.